everybody uncomfortable. And I just want to say, y'all are way more rude in second service than in first service. Hold up, Bob. I almost didn't get my phone back because this lady thought I was trying to get a seat, and she was letting me know it ain't no more seats in this row. She was not playing. She said it 3 or 4 times. She kept pointing. She said ain't no seats. Me and the guy was dying laughing because she was saving her. It's baptismal day, so I'm sure she was saving her seats for a grandchild or whatever. That was hilarious. They did not want to let me in that row. I was like, no, I was like, I'm pointing at the row or whatever. She like, this seat is taken. Nobody can sit here. I'm holding this seat. Once I told her I was just there for my phone and stuff, she was like, they found out. I was like, oh, here you go. I was like, yeah, if you wasn't getting up off that seat though, it was about to. So that was fun, man. One church service was great today. I liked the word today. From my estimation, it was a link between, I guess first you got to have a promise from God, but then how you execute that promise is supposed to be more so trust than doing what you can do. So I'm guessing you would have a clear idea of what the promise is, but instead of letting it happen the God way, you do what you can. The example being Hagar and Abraham. Abraham was promised something that he didn't think could happen. So what did he do? He humaned it up. He went and got a baby mama. I wouldn't prescribe that for nobody. You know what I'm saying? I think his wife was in on it. I don't know what they was thinking, but they tried to fulfill the promise in the way that they could do it and not in the way God could do it. But then the overall link between where was I going? The overall link between living the free woman. Give me a second, y'all. Because it ultimately transcribes to like living for Christ, and the difference between being in the bondage of Moses and the law and freedom. And that was the example given. It's like God promises you something, but instead of doing it the God way, you do it your way, which then you get what come from that. And in this situation with Abraham, it was a baby mama situation. It got violent. People got banished. Keep in mind, like, Ishmael, like, even if he ain't really like the woman, that was still his firstborn son. Like, come on. Like, that's hard. Like, and me and my guy was cracking up about that. Wifey asked what me and my guy, the guy Curtis was talking about. We was talking about how, like, oh no, our wives, we would never have this situation. Some older child from some other woman. The story ended right there. If I was Abraham, if we was Abraham, it's over with. It's over with right after, like, wifey love you, she down with God, she know you be listening to God, and then you bring some slave child into the crib. Like, come on, man, that's funny.
Abraham's defense, it was Sarah's idea.
It was his wife's idea, to his defense. That's a good point, baby. But that ain't what God said. That ain't what God said. I just think it's...
You know what? It's kind of like another Adam and Eve situation.
It is. I was thinking that.
Like, the woman said that he should have stood up and been like, nope, they were going to wait on God. But he didn't.
Yeah, what up, Turbo Drifter? Hit the like button. Yo, share this for me if you want to. Wifey, what stuck out to you from scripture? Sorry, y'all, had to give y'all how rude. Yeah, I hope Pastor Greg don't see y'all was not. I was weird with them seats early. I'm telling you, I ain't had no marker down on the seat or nothing. It was just like, these taken, these used. But yeah, I did like the overall link of living out God's promises the way, and it's scary because you don't know what, like, Abraham was probably terrified. He believed what God had for him, but the evidence was like, I'm old, my lady old. I don't know. Really liked the service. We had guests, had sister-in-law in the house. Her and her girl came through. They said they liked the church service. Me and Kay always enjoy it. Shout out to the littles. We enjoy when the littles is sitting next to us. Didn't get to see my boy Greg and his wife. Hopefully y'all hit the 10:45 service. But we should get the first official men's link up chat tonight to rediscuss the word. It's been real healthy. It's been real helpful. Thank you to everybody who's been tuning in. Wifey, you got? Lauren, you got something from the service that you liked or anything? You, Keita?
No, I don't want to say anything.
Okay.
I have something.
What you got, Miles? How was Kids Church?
So you have to hand me the phone.
I don't have to hand you the phone.
It was very great. I think at the front, I had no idea why. Just, I realized just because my first boy is not there, it's okay. I can still play with somebody else as my friend.
Okay. I saw that. You didn't have your...
I knew that I had to play with Arwen if Isaiah's not here. And Arwen thought he went in the 5 years old classroom. But
What up, Jahir?
that did not happen. I think he was at home and I think he was at Maple Church. So I was thinking I could if Arwen, I didn't want to put him at person with the striped shirt because that was easy to tell. I didn't know his name. So I played with Arwen and I realized that I'm only going to play with people that I know. Not with people that I don't know. Only people that I know.
Miles, you should play with people you don't know. That's how you get to know them.
But if I play with people I don't know, then I'm not going to play with them every single day because they might be rude to me. And he asked me 10 times, so no.
Well, yes, if they're rude to you, then stay away from them.
And they always want to be my friend just for no reason.
It's because you're a cool dude, Miles.
Like, oh my, there's a crack
Hey, which
in
way
the
should I go?
bridge. And
Bustle you after the combs.
there's a crack in the
Try to
bridge,
time it up with
and
traffic where you
so
can,
bad.
it'll be clear. But right after the section part.
There's a crack in the bridge, and
I don't like this new freeway change that they did on, what's the street?
The airport right over there.
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh.
There, go over the yellow.
I realized, oh no,
In the corners!
and I realized
They need to get a one church cop here. They need to get a one church cop for down here.
Are you still recording?
Yeah.
and
Are we going home? Where are we going?
I want 5 Guys.
Lauren doesn't like Five Guys.
Lauren doesn't. You want Pog Dogs?
Not really.
All right, we can go somewhere else.
No,
Okay.
no, only me and my mom and
We will.
Dad will get it, so nobody else will get it.
Well, we need
Do
to
you-
figure out what we're going to eat.
do you know what you're-
I just still have some things to say. I just
I don't care. We
don't
just been
know
eating a lot
that.
of burgers lately.
I just don't know.
Barbecue. And
Thanks for the likes, y'all.
I just don't know that.
you got like
I just
15
realized
burgers
that
at
Isaiah
home.
won't be here
left
at
from the
church
burger.
today.
We're on
because
barbecue.
he's not going to be
Yeah.
there on
Area codes down
but
below.
on Sunday. He's not going to be
Put your
there.
city and section
So,
down below. Where you from? What part of Columbus you from? Did you like the word? What was your favorite parts of the word today, of the service? It was hitting for me. It was hitting for me. Wifey, I'm sure she might have a comment or something. You got something, boo? Or
No. It doesn't,
you got 30 seconds.
Why do I have 30 seconds?
I was trying to keep the video at 10 minutes. Take your
I
time.
liked how he talked about tradition versus like progress. I'm definitely more a traditional person. I don't really like change that much, but I do understand when it's necessary.
Okay.
I think some traditions are good.
I took some from that too when he was saying people that's too fluid. I think I'm like that where sometimes I need to just sit on one thing instead of trying to do everything. I'm always trying to.
But I like that, like you said, like think about why are you holding on to that?
Yeah.
Like, is there a reason why you're holding on to that tradition and not wanting to change? And is it a godly reason or is it just like a you thing?
Mm-hmm.
And then thinking ahead, like I think a lot of times like trendy stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like I do like to stop and sit and like wait, like okay, well what's gonna happen, or you know what I mean? Like sometimes we do jump on stuff too quickly, or just do it because everybody else is doing it. So I think there's a good balance, and then just taking that to God. And I just like at the end when he was talking about the promises of God, like, do you know what they are? Do you know what God is asking you to do? And when to speak up and when to shut up, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I
like that part too, because you can be in different places. Like, I imagine it even like when I play sports, like at one point you might be the top dog, but like once you go to a different lane or a different space, like you might be the lowest on that totem pole. And I think in order to properly navigate it, you gotta kind of go the God rule book ethics, work harder, adhere to your bosses and stuff until you can obtain a leadership position. So I tend to, if I'm not the leader in the position, I tend to just fall back unless asked. But if there is a needed leader, like because I'm used to doing that, don't mean I'm about to just volunteer for it. Like I'll really be like seeing if God want me to intervene or not, or am I supposed to just observe or watch this? That happens to me at work a lot. They like be asking me, I'm like, I'm not the one who broke the huddle and gave the directions we need to do. You was in the huddle, right? You got the play. Maybe you want to switch the play and get me to. So, but yeah, I really like the service. Check it out. It's not too late. I'm not talking about Hitler, man. Why are you asking me about Hitler? But tune in. The service, they probably about to get to preaching on the second service, and third service is at 11:30. Check it out. Great work. 12:30. Sorry. Check it out. Don't want to hit that overflow. Get there early. Get there early. They ain't gonna run out of coffee or lemonade, but it should be fun. But yeah, in terms of Hitler, I do think Hitler was a manifestation of an antichrist. I think he was one of the more recent ones in world history, where this one particularly actually sought out God's people to do them harm for various reasons why he did it. So those are my only thoughts of Adolf Hitler. I also think that our current leader of the USA has a lot of similarities with ideas and beliefs and execution of his office. So, but
Why are you talking about Hitler?
Daddy.
Comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. Area code down below. Put your region down below and your best part of the service.